Housing organisations are urging MSPs to think again before making new laws on tenant evictions. The call comes ahead of a debate at Holyrood tomorrow on a bill which includes plans to make evictions more difficult. Well, Brandon Cook is live for us in Aberdeen just now. Brandon, some last-ditch attempts by landlords to change minds today.
Yes, well, I think that's the perfect way of putting it, Sharon. Since the beginning of the pandemic, tenants have been benefiting from better protections against evictions. That was seen by landlords as reasonable considering the extraordinary event that was lockdown. But tomorrow, MSPs will debate whether to make that permanent, and put bluntly, landlords are really worried. There's many issues within the privately rented sector at the moment. One big one is the ever-shrinking pool of available homes across the country, and that's felt both in cities like here in Aberdeen and across in Inverness, but also in rural areas. And there's warnings increased regulation will put landlords off the sector, but housing organisations say they're not being listened to.
It does feel like government's not listening on this. They have set a course and they keep going. We've tried to work with them to suggest amendments which would, in our eyes, improve the bill and make it work for both parties. But so far, there's been no amendments accepted, and it's going through as pretty much as set. So there's also very little impact assessment being done on that supply side to figure out what it'll actually mean. And that's the bit that's really concerning. It's those unintended consequences which could come in.
So what are tenants saying, Brandon?
Well, many tenants, as you can imagine, Sharon, are the complete opposite end of the spectrum when it comes to this argument. They say permanently increasing their rights should be the baseline and are urging MSPs to ignore the calls of landlords.
I think any rollback on these protections, particularly at this stage, would be hugely dangerous, not only to tenants but to the wider economy at a time where inflation is going through the roof. It could cause further disruption, both in terms of people being made homeless, which is not going to affect for any work that they do, particularly in key sectors of the economy.
So overall, some strong stances on both ends, but we'll have to wait and see until the debate tomorrow at Holyrood to find out whether either side's pleas today have been enough to convince MSPs.
Brandon, thank you.